The 1980s begin with 70-year-old Ronald Reagan assuming the presidency.
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear.
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear.
And with 52 American hostages returning to the United States after 14 months in Iranian captivity. Mount St. Helens erupts, a reminder of the ever-present danger from our own environment. The U.S. hockey team wins a gold medal in an incredible victory over the Russians in the Olympics. In 1981, Lech Walesa of Poland leads the fight for solidarity inside the Iron Curtain. In Rome, Pope John Paul II survives an assassination attempt. It is the year for video games and Apple computers.
Heat of the night.
1982 sees computers coming into reach financially for millions of Americans. The new lingo includes hackers, Walkman TVs, Muppets, and because of increased fatalities, most states have raised the legal drinking age limits.
Who's gonna drive you home tonight? If you're sitting at the wheel, what's it rock and roll?
1983, Star Wars missiles in space are called for by President Reagan. The MX missile is funded by Congress. The Soviets shoot down a Korean airliner, killing 269 passengers. And U.S. and Caribbean forces invade the island of Grenada. AT&T is split into 8 smaller companies in the largest corporate divestiture in history. A terrorist truck bomb kills 241 Marines in Beirut. In 1984, the Olympic dream is realized in Los Angeles. Mary Lou Retton becomes a household name. High-tech is booming as America becomes more and more the communications society. The baby boomers who influenced the 1960s are now changing material values in the 1980s. The dollar and winning are paramount. 73% of Americans say things are going well.
This clenched and angry anti-American demonstration is officially orchestrated here in Tripoli.
Now you know what the big boys need. Hello, milk, come on in. Jump in, berry, have a swim. Now go tell your mama what the big boys need.
1985, Shiite terrorists hijack TWA Flight 847 and land at Beirut Airport. Airport bombings are now commonplace.
The guerrillas have apparently taken a number of hostages in the hotel.
And then there's this blinding flash and the whole desk flew in. And then she was gone, everything.
Americans cut back travel to Europe in response. Coke is forced to bring back the real thing. Rock music has become the most formidable force in Western culture.
Well, you know you make me wanna jump.
Though we really did try to make it,
I was strong as I could be.
1986, the lightweight airplane Voyager flies around the world 23,000 miles without refueling. It's the year of the world's greatest nuclear accident, Chernobyl.
Devil shattered, warmth is everywhere. I am only a child of hers, my guardian goddess, and I've nearly found a place to call my own.
Corazon Aquino replaces Ferdinand Marcos as president of the Philippines. It's the year the Iran-Contra affair begins. But for most Americans, 1986 will be known as the year of Challenger.
There has been some trouble with the space shuttle Challenger.
Something went wrong here. We've got a problem with what looks like a second plume of smoke. Something's gone terribly wrong. Below.
We have a report from the flight dynamics officer that the vehicle has exploded.
The disaster happened about 1 minute and 15 seconds after liftoff, following this transmission from Crew Commander Dick Scobie to Mission Control.
Roger, go and throttle up. Roger, go and throttle up.
Today is a day for mourning and remembering.
In the aftermath of tragedy in space, America celebrates the centennial of the Statue of Liberty.
The statue itself is lit in a blue-green cast. Wow.
I'm President Reagan with an AP Liberty Minute.
Stories of 1986 was the elections. But more than that, the elections set new highs for spending by candidates and new lows for the ethical standards of those campaigns.
Clearly, under present circumstances, this campaign cannot go on. I refuse.
The 1980s sees the only pure American music, jazz, recognized with the founding of the National Jazz Center in Washington, D.C.
Jazz goes to the soul. You know, it's a sort of a, like classical music, I mean, say it gets to you. Beethoven, if he had known about it or what, he would have been very much in favor.
So the 1980s is a decade of mechanical speed, nuclear threat, economic uncertainty, and moral turmoil. America heads for the 1990s and the not-too-distant year 2000.
I seek to advance the cause of peace. And though we put on the table the most far-reaching arms control proposal in history, the General Secretary rejected it.
It left a path of destruction that many residents still found unbelievable, even as they stood in the rubble.
Those who survived line up for food being distributed out of a truck.